If you love making your own jeans, but you feel like you've hit a back pocket rut, I feel ya. Today I've got a fun fix. A Gucci-inspired back pocket using this. It feels high-end, wearable, and totally doable. Don't go away. Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome to So Darn Fun. So let's get to this back pocket fix. If you like making your own jeans, or even if you want to up-level a ready-to-wear pair of plain pocketed jeans, you can still do this. I got tired of doing the same things on my back pockets for my homemade jeans. Here's a fun idea inspired by a Gucci pocket I found while searching online for ideas. So let me walk you through how I did this. I'm going to assume that you're making your own pair of jeans, so that's how I'm going to approach this, even though you could do it to a ready-to-wear pair. First of all, you're going to need something like this. It's called a horse bit hardware, and I got mine off of Amazon, and I got 4 pairs for $10. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is hem the back pockets. Instead of putting that 1-inch hem that's usually at the top, fold it and fold it. So take that 1 inch and make it into a 1/2 inch hem on the top of the back pocket, and go ahead and stitch that with 2 rows of top stitching, one very close to the folded edge and one in about 3/8 of an inch or so, just like you would do if you were top stitching an inseam. After you've done that, you're going to need extra belt loops, because you're going to use belt loops to attach this fixture to your pocket. So instead of making little individual 3-inch belt loop pieces, when I make jeans, I just go ahead and cut one long piece that's usually 1 inch by 15 inches, because there's 5 belt loops and each belt loop is about 3 inches, so that's 15 inches. So make 2 of those, one for your belt loops and one for your back pockets. You'll have a little bit of extra, but that's okay. So in making my belt loops, I take my 1-inch strip that I have cut and I serge down one of the long sides. And once I'm finished serging that, I'll take it to the ironing board and I'll press in the raw edge so that the raw edge is about 1/3 of the way over to the serged edge, and then just fold that serged edge over the top and press it all the way. I think you know what a belt loop looks like. And then when you take that to the machine, I stitch about 1/8 of an inch away from each side, making sure that you do catch in that serged area. This is the part that I think is really going to get fun, is putting the hardware on the pocket. So I've got my middle marked with a pin. I just folded my pocket in half and made a crease there and just stuck the pin there. And I'm going to place my hardware about where I'm going to have it permanently, and it's going to be about right there. So I've got my big strip of belt loop, and I'm just going to kind of hook one end around here. I'm going to leave, I don't know, a generous 1/2 inch or so to the back so that I can stitch it on permanently. But what I'm trying to do right now is just find out how much I need before I cut it off. So let's center the hardware, and I'm going to cut off here on the left edge, right where it hits the edge of my pocket. And then I'm going to do the same to the right side. Just loop it around, leave a generous amount. You could leave even more than I'm leaving. It's just, that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then we're going to cut off the right side. I really like the way that looks. So now I'm going to take this to the machine and then tack these ends down. I might have to move my needle over to the left side so that I can actually get close enough. I hand basted it at first because when I put it in the machine, it wanted to wiggle around. So hand basting, it's a good idea, and take it to the machine, and using a zipper foot, move your needle over to the left, carefully just stitch straight line back and forth. I opted not to try to do any kind of a zigzag because I was afraid that my needle would hit my zipper foot and I did not want a broken needle. But stitching in straight lines back and forth so that you feel that it's solid is good enough. Do that to both sides so that both sides have their belt loop in it. Make sure that you have the right side of the hardware, because One side in the middle you can see is the wrong side. So just make sure that you have your belt loops on appropriately. Then you position that on your pocket so that the belt loops coming off of the hardware go to the edge of your pockets and baste those on to your pocket. And then you can come back once you're done basting that on and press in the rest of your pocket edges. Now that we've got the pockets all pressed, let's place them on the back of our jean portion. I'm just going to make some notations for where the corners of the pockets go. So 1 1/4 below the yoke, 1 5/8 from center back, 1 5/8, 1/4. Okay. So that second dot will be my corner placement for right there. Now some patterns have you line up the side of the pocket with the center back so that pockets are straight like this. This is supposed to minimize your bootay. I don't have much of a bootay, so if I make the top of my pocket even with my yoke, it's supposed to maximize a little bit your bootay. So that is what I want to do. So once I get my second pocket on, then we will make sure that this corner here is equal to this corner over here. Okay, 1 5/8 and then 1 1/4. I almost had that exact. Okay, 1 5/8, just double check. Okay, now let's measure this corner here. That is about 2 5/8. That one is exactly the same, so I'm just going to go ahead and pin these in place at the corners. I'm really liking the way this is looking. I am excited to get these done. So once I have these pockets sewn on, I don't need to show this to you until all the jeans are done and we can see what the look is. And then you can tell me, do you like it? Is it something that you would do? All right, I'm gonna get that top stitched on, and then when my jeans are done, I will model and you guys can tell me what you think. Here is what my first pair looked like. I made a green olive pair, which I love, but I couldn't stop at that. I needed to do another pair. So I made a wide leg blue pair that I also have and truly love. Now I've got my eye on some bright pink. Actually, it's Gucci denim that I have, and I have to have a Gucci pocket on Gucci denim. So I can see in my future one more pair using this back pocket method that I think I'm going to be really happy with. And in my excitement in explaining this pocket to you, I am open to all kinds of back pocket decoration ideas. So I want to hear from you. What's your favorite back pocket decoration? What is it that you like to do? Share in the comments, because I know that there's going to be other viewers who want to know some different ideas, because we just kind of run out sometimes. That's where you come in and help the community out. Let us know what you like. Now that you are officially out of the back pocket rut, share with us if you're going to do this with your jeans. Be sure you check out some of my other videos, some of which do have to do with jeans. And keep watching for my next video, which is going to be something to wear with my green pair of jeans. You're not going to want to miss that one. Have fun with this project. And thanks for watching.